somebody comes to you and they're like, my grandpa was German. What happens? Like, what services can we offer to someone that is considering reclaiming German citizenship, if you like?
So first of all, we would need to find out a bit more details, about your grandfather, when he left, why he left, what if he only left or did he naturalize. So this is also always very important. Leaving the country, immigrating doesn't always mean that you're naturalized automatically. So that could, have happened a couple of years later or never really.
Right.
So this is always a very important part of the process. But yeah, we just have to get as much information as we have or as the client has.
And if you don't have a lot of information or documentation, but we can see through the family tree that there is eligibility. First of all, we check whether you qualify for anything. If you do, and you don't have any documentation, then we can probably find it, right? So type of service we would be offering to you is research. So that's just to minimize the risk of someone who is eligible but doesn't have any paperwork. We don't want you to go into, spending money and effort on something that you might not be able to get because of lack of documents. So Germany will need evidence of what we're saying. So sometimes what we do is say, okay, slow down. Let us see if there are documents in Germany or other jurisdictions, and then we can see that you qualify, but there's no documentation. So let's get that first, and then you can decide if the next step, which is whether it's restitution or whatever it is for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of times it depends how much you already have or on documentation, but so sometimes you might have not the originals, you might just have a photograph. So we already have a good indication that this obviously happened, like an expired passport or something. So we're like, okay, your grandfather was German. We have the copy of the passport, but you don't have his birth certificate.
Right.
So this would be obviously, then we would that would be the start, essential research. That we just need the vital records of the ancestor that was German.
Right.
Like residential records. So Germany just wants to know, your grandfather was born in Germany, lived there, it really happened.
That's proof, that's evidence.
Yeah. And then sometimes you don't have a lot, so we go and do a bit more research and try and
keep exploring.
Where we can start. It might just be you have a shipping record, when they were arriving at Ellis Island, for example. So we know the name and they came from Germany, great start. And then we can research that a bit further.
Right. So that goes to our research team and they do everything they can to find documentation. So that'll be a type of service we offer for people that don't have everything. But there's another type of people that come to you with pretty much everything, but they want somebody else to do the paperwork, right?
Yeah. And that's, that is, like, I so understand this, maybe because I've been through the immigration process myself and with Australia, and
it's a headache, no?
It is. And it's all good if everything goes well.
Yes.
But if they come back with you and have a question or something wasn't quite admitted the right way, which you would have not known, then you're stuck, and then you have to respond. And if you go for German citizenship and you might not speak the language, then you have this essay from the German government sitting in your email, and you're like, and now, so I can understand. Absolutely. I used immigration lawyers before, and like, I just don't take a chance. And this is what we do. Like, we do this every day. So any problems that might arise, we mostly already had.
Right.
So, we know exactly how to respond to that, what additional documents they might want. It's just, we're professionals do this every day.
So interesting that you mentioned immigration, because this is not immigration, but it's
it's not.
No. It's a good point. Because Australia or America or whoever, they give you a checklist. Like, you have to fill in every bit of paper and every bit of documentation you have to provide. For Germany, it's a little bit different because they give you types of documents. Like, it's a little bit discretionary in places, so they will give you checklists. But for example, for restitution, they say, well, tell us if you were Jewish or
they want
and how
the proof,
that proof is provided is a little bit discretionary. So we go to the archives to try and prove that.
Yeah.
And then the German government will look at it and say, yep, that's enough. But as you said, we are experienced in that field to be able to find the right documents.
Yeah.
Okay? So that you don't have to. And I think the other thing you said, which I hope people find interesting, is that we take the burden of all the toing and froing. And sometimes they don't know, clients don't know what we actually do.
Yeah.
But that's what we do.
Like I think you wouldn't know how many emails and back forth that actually happens with an application.
Right.
Because they might have some small questions, email back. Oh, I'll have a look for you. Email back.
Yeah.
And then we email back to the client. Like it just takes the hassle out of it. For you. You just, you answer the emails and the phone calls and try to give us all the answers you have, and we do the rest.
Yeah. And I think the other point I wanted to make is that we work directly with the German government, not through consulates, and not because we don't like consulates. It's not about that. But the consulates don't actually process cases. They take the application on and they send it off.
Yeah, and it's also often you notice that people already contacted the local consulate and they told them completely something different.
That's right. That sometimes happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for outlining all of that. If anyone has any questions about specifics, contact Marina, and we'll see if we can help.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you.